From the Storm Team 3 Weather Lab, here's Daniel's True View forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. A very busy day across Acadiana, especially early on this morning. All that severe weather working its way across the area. The good news is that while that watch is still up, we're winding down for the evening. That watch is another hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. I'd be surprised if it goes up all the way through. As far as the weather from earlier, that is now pushed well out over towards the east. In fact, the leading edge of that is now sitting out over towards Florida's Big Bend. That puts it up out over towards the Apalachicola, Panama City area. And some of those showers stretching back out over towards other parts of the Panhandle, getting over into Alabama, the Mississippi Gulf Coast for us here in Louisiana. We are winding down for the rest of the evening and going to continue to do so. Really not too many problems out there through the rest of the evening, not when it comes to the rainfall, not when you compare it to what we had earlier on. A lot of clouds out there, still a lot of moisture in place after all those showers that we had earlier, and that is actually going to lead to a little bit of fog. That's your biggest issue tonight, is going to be the development of that fog, which lasts on through into tomorrow morning. Keeping our eye on some showers out over through East Texas, although it does look like those are staying out over towards our west instead of drifting their way eastwards. They have been moving a little further southwards as we've gone through the course of the night. No longer severe as they were earlier and really starting to lose a lot of steam. The sun's gone down now, so you're losing some of that heating. You're not getting quite the energy out there that you had earlier. But as I mentioned, already starting to see some areas where the fog is developing. It's not too bad out here through Acadiana just yet, but if you look out westwards, out over towards Texas, you've got 2.5 miles worth of visibility. Getting on the poor side down over towards Lake Charles, and even looking out over towards Alexandria, they're at about 3 miles as well. All that moisture and then the calming conditions going to lead to the development of some of that fog. And I think as we get further and further into the night, and especially as we get into early tomorrow morning, that fog going to be a bit of an issue. These are what some of the numbers are looking like for commute time. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can see that it is down in some areas close to about half mile worth of visibility. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come in below a mile's worth tomorrow morning. So take that into account, plan your commute accordingly, maybe give yourself just a little bit of extra time to get to work tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's forecast looks much quieter. A lot of clouds out there. We're not going to get a whole lot of sunshine here over the next couple days, and we could still see a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm thrown in the mix as well. But the atmosphere used up a lot of energy today, and it's going to take a little bit of time for it to kind of bounce back from everything it went through today. This is tomorrow morning. A few isolated showers, maybe a little bit heavy around over towards the east. Those clouds do linger about through the morning into the afternoon, and then I think it's late afternoon, evening time frame. We get a break or two in the clouds. Sun comes out, churns things up a little bit more. I think that's when we could see some of the showers. We'll go with a 30% chance of rain for tomorrow, and a pretty similar setup again for Saturday. A lot of clouds out there, otherwise not a whole lot going on. It's Saturday afternoon where you'll start to watch out over towards the west. You can see some showers ongoing out through the Waco area, stretching up over towards Dallas. And we talked about that severe threat on Saturday. That's where it's going to be for Saturday afternoon, and it's going to get closer to Louisiana as we get into the evening. For us, so I think we do have to wait until about Sunday before we see the next round of really nasty weather, and that could be a lot of heavy rain, the potential for some hail, some tornadoes, damaging winds, kind of everything thrown in the mix. It's going to be an all modes type event. Now, this outlook here in this area, this is for Saturday night, early Sunday as it creeps towards the border. I think that the worst of our weather is going to be arriving on Sunday. It'll be a little bit further out westwards during Saturday. So especially if you're traveling out eastern Texas, Austin, Waco area, maybe even getting down towards San Antonio, I think that the weather is going to be quite nasty through there. The setup fairly impressive for some decent showers and thunderstorms. As for tonight, though, we are quieting down. We still got a few isolated showers out there. For the most part, things not too bad. 60 degrees for your low. We'll have areas of fog developing late tonight and continuing into tomorrow. It's going to be warm and muggy tomorrow. Temperatures getting up to around 80 degrees for your high. Mostly cloudy skies. Maybe a break or two in the clouds, but that's going to be fairly few and far between. Over the next 5 days, we are going to see the clouds stick around, kind of culminating with some more poor weather on Sunday. Next week doesn't look too bad at all. Going to be warm, a little sticky out there with those lows sitting in the 60s, highs in the 80s, but we'll have plenty of sun. So we'll have a chance to dry out from today. We got a couple days to catch our breath, another round of bad weather, and then kind of settle into a nice pattern.
All right, thanks, Daniel.